This is AEDT 1170U, Psychological Foundations and Digital Technologies, Module 6, Video 6.3, Technology and Human Transformation. I hope you'll find this video fascinating as we take a look at several YouTube clips that you'll have to leave and go and check out and come back to the video. So you'll need to pause the video and go see them. And I hope it'll shape some ideas in your mind about how technology has really changed how we're living on this planet. Here are the guiding questions for this video. Examine how technology has changed your life experience in the last 5 years. What influences has the digital world had in general on human experience in the last 20 years? What emotions would you experience if you did not have access to your current technology? And a big question, what do you think are the pros and cons of digital advancement for the human race? This video will send you on a scavenger hunt to view a few YouTube clips, as I said, and the main ideas focus on how technology is transforming us as humans and how we are changing the technology. Reflect as you're watching on the areas of our human experience that have been transformed. Now, we just finished a clip on transformative learning, so you might want to refer back to that clip for some of the lenses that we talked about then. That is, it is fundamentally changed forever due to our rapidly changing digital environment. Reflect on this. Do you have the power to control the technology, or does it control you? Are humans driving the technology, or has it so infused itself into our daily existence that we're no longer separate from it? Think back to the foundational modules you've done already on personality, human development, learning, and think how technology has been an integral part of that, and whether some of those theories even apply anymore because of the way technology is running our lives. The first clip is Technology and Me. Is technology devolving and changing our brains?
Wanted to know, are there any studies or any theories on the effect of the new technologies, Blackberries, chat rooms, the computer on perhaps de-evolving us and our emotions?
Yeah. Write the book. You should, because it's, I will, man, is that a very important question. When you look at the literature of human adaptation, right, what we know is that we are these amazingly exquisite communication instruments with the face and the voice and touch. I do a lot of research on touch. Big parts of the brain have evolved to pick up information about where your eyes are moving and specific facial muscles. Antoine's been part of that. The voice. That is really a core part of who we are as humans. And regrettably, the technologies are depriving us of these opportunities to develop that. And I think, one interesting anecdote is as a rhetorical question, I was making the point in my class recently that you have to live in the physical presence of somebody to fall in love with them. It's kind of a truism, isn't it? They have to be around you, right? And I was sort of chuckling and I said, how many of you have ever been in love with someone that you've actually never physically seen? And a third of the class went hands up like that. And I was like, well, good luck reproducing the species. But the point is that, and I think there's going to be, if you did the research right, my hunch is you would track how immersion in these new mediated technologies knocks out those systems. And if you went even one step further, and you're Antoine, you could show immersion in text messaging may lead to less interconnection in the face perception parts of the brain. So that, I'm sympathetic to your notions. We don't know, though.
The next one, what is the internet doing to our brains? The third clip, how has Facebook transformed us? And I have to tell you that recently I had a student say to me that Facebook doesn't lie. So we'll talk about that in tutorial and see how much we've become to depend on this as our social network and the way that we get accurate or not accurate information, and also how it can affect you in your future career. There's certainly guidelines that have been put out for the teaching profession about how to use social media with students. So reflect on whether there are some guidelines in your profession on the appropriate or inappropriate use of social media.
If I came this way,
The next video is about the evolution of our emotions. So think back to the clips that we did on emotions, stress, and health, and emotions and online learning to see how you think technology has transformed our emotional state. And some big questions on technology and the human race. Where do you think it's taking us? And do you have any thoughts on whether or not we're moving in the right direction? Synthesis questions for the video. Brainstorm your major insights after completing this scavenger hunt of YouTube videos, and reflect on the role of technology in your own life and learning experience.